So first of all, my first question, I guess, is what are you doing here today in East LA helping with this cause?
Yeah, my name is Carlos Montes with Centro CSO Community Service Organization. Today we're doing a kickoff rally to get out the vote, to get rid of Trump, and to also get rid of Jackie Lacey, the DA here in LA County for the last 8 years, who has not prosecuted the large number of police who have killed young black and Chicano men. Out of over 600 in 8 years, he's only filed charges on one sheriff who shot at a young man in a moving vehicle, but there's over 600 other cases. So we're here to say no to Jackie Lacey must go, dumb Trump must go, and we're saying we need to prosecute these police officers that continue to go free when they kill young men, and we're talking LAPD and LA County sheriffs.
Right. So tell us a little bit. I was talking to you about your personal passion, your personal story behind this. Give us a little bit of a history about who you are and what you've done over the years to get to this point.
I can go for an hour. You know what I mean? I'm active in the Chicano liberation movement, fighting for public schools, against police killings, and against the war. You know, and you know, I'm a community organizer. I'm proud of it that I still have the energy and the health to continue. And you know, our overall goal is self-determination for Chicano people, Chicano nation of Aztlan in the Southwest. We feel that we need to unite with African American people in the United States, with all brown people and all working people, to bring a revolution in this country and build a socialist economy that's for the benefit of all people, all working people.
So, last thing, real quick, because I know that it's a busy day. Tell us why this year is so important to get out and vote.
Yeah, I mean, voting is important in general, especially this year where we got to defeat Trump. You know, people joke around the worst president, you know, but I mean, Trump has attacked Mexicans, he's attacked blacks. He did an executive order in support of Blue Lives Matter, in support of police. There's been a higher number of police killings since he's been in office. You know, he is homophobic, he's you know, sexist, he's racist, egocentric, individual. I can go on and on. Islamophobic. He needs to go. He represents what's the worst of this society. We can get rid of him, but this capitalist society he represents this capitalist society. He's like a symptom of it or a disease of it, right?
Right.
So but you know, we have the power to vote and get him out because he got in, you know, 4 years ago. And also, we're in the middle of a pandemic, middle of an economic crisis. By getting rid of him, at least we can start to rebuild, you know, a health system for all that will take care of hopefully the pandemic, COVID-19, and to try to build an economy that's for the benefit of all working people. But also, you know, we got to continue the fight to make sure that Biden and Harris come up with a just, fair immigration plan, something that is just, that gives legalization for all our people, not just for some, stops the deportations, and stops invading other countries. You know, foreign policy is very important.
Right. Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you.
Hey, like I said, go ahead and just tell me why you're here today.
I'm here today because I believe that mass movements are what change communities. That are the real change. I'm here to encourage people to vote. We are knocking on doors today, making sure that people know who their options are. We're here for Los Angeles. We must change, vote out the incumbent, Jackie Lacey, and we want different representation. We want a chance for communities to thrive. And that means we need people who care about our communities, and Jackie Lacey is somebody that does not care about our community. We're encouraging young people to vote. We're encouraging people to have a plan to vote. Voting is a necessary means to an end to all oppression. It is the difference between someone who won't listen to you and someone who is going to negotiate with you to making our country better. So that's why I'm here.
Right. So you mentioned earlier a little bit of a personal story. Can you tell me a little bit about that, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'm. You know, everyone needs should reach inside themselves and see why they want to become involved in community organizing. Mine is that my family was separated when I was 14 years old. My family is still suffering from this family separation. Family separation is rampant in our communities, whether it is by deportation, detention, imprisonment, or murder by police. And we need to stop that. One way to stop that is by voting people in office who are going to listen to our demands and our needs as a community.
And so tell me, if you can, just to finish up real quick, I don't want to take too much of your time, but tell me why it's important that not only people this year, but young people get out and vote this election.
You know, we have a lot of power. Young people have a lot of power. A lot of people are turning 18, already turned 18 this year, and are eligible to vote. 19 to 40 we have immense power. We need to realize that we need to step into our power. Fear is the only thing getting in the way of our power. We need to build a better future. We need to encourage bills like Measure J. We need to support bills like Measure J. We need to vote, and we need to protect our people, and this is one way to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I felt it like jam in there. That's what I'm scared of, that it's gonna get affected. Why am I this way? I'm like, I could, but you just gave me a good idea. I'm part of Hobart.
Good morning, y'all. How's it going? Y'all are welcome to sign in. We also, like, the one time that it would rain is the day we're going to be at a park outside. Thank you so much for being here. Bienvenidos. Estamos en el Sereno. This is Northeast LA, right? And if y'all haven't been around here, welcome. We appreciate y'all coming out. How many of y'all are so happy to see you? I'm sure. Yeah, let's continue this energy. Go out there and vote. Go out there and get other people to vote so we can keep this unity going. And has been so for years now, right? From the first times occupying outside the office to now taking it up and making a really awesome demand against Jackie Lacey.
He was 19 years old. He was pulled over in a traffic stop. He was driving a vehicle that did not belong to him. But that does not justify murder.
That's right. That's right.
Just trying to get out there and be a hero. And they're using their guns and they're using their power. They have a lot of responsibility, a lot of responsibility. No family should have to go through this. This is beyond awful. But
Say his name, y'all.
David Sullivan.
Say his name.
David Sullivan.
Those robbers that we never caught, which is it's a slap in the face, right? Why did they kill Anthony Daniel Vargas? So thank you so much to the family of Anthony. They're here to tell y'all a little bit more about.
But everyone's out here ready to, inform everybody of, what's going on and get people educated. A little bit about my nephew. He was shot and killed August 12, 2018. He was mistaken for a robber that was in the area. He was walking home from a friend's barbecue, and the East Los Angeles sheriffs targeted him because of the area he was in and the clothes he was wearing. They shot my nephew 13 times. 11 shots hit his back. 2 shots went to his head. Before they proceeded to shoot back, my nephew was shot and killed while his back was facing the officers, and these deputies proceeded to say that he was a threat to them, and we all know that that's a lie.
A Latina sister, a fellow Latina sister, I really began to understand her story when she spoke about her family. She's of Colombiano roots, Colombian, and her own family is also undocumented, right? So a lot of folks say that, you know, like we're depleting the resources of this country. There's plenty of resources in this country for all of us to live just fine. The undocumented are not our enemy. My own parents were undocumented for a long time too. So it is with utmost pleasure and honor to present to you all Diane Guerrero.
Because I love my people, because I love this country. My parents and brother were kidnapped by the government. They used them and they tossed them and said to me, okay, little girl, you fend for yourself. I was 14 and this was 19 years ago. And my family and I are still suffering because of it. It doesn't end the day that we're separated. It keeps going. And it goes in to the next generation and the next generation. Black and brown families are constantly being separated, whether it's by deportation or detention, imprisonment, or by police murder. And that's why I'm voting, because it's a means to an end to all that abuse. I'm voting because I want a chance to elect leaders who care about our community. And when we do elect them, what does it look like when we follow through? But how do we find joy in this process and doing this work? When I got here this morning, I was in the car. I was like, damn, my neck hurts. Oh, I had that fucking dream again with all the Republicans in front of me. But then I saw you, and it reminded me that this is joy. Being together is joy. Eating burritos together is joy. Saying our family's name is joy. Reminding each other of our history is joy. We have a voting plan. We're gonna march today. We're gonna knock on doors. We're gonna encourage people to vote. We're gonna encourage them to find out where their polling place is. We're gonna look at young people and we're gonna say, this is up to you. We're gonna help people who are unsure or nervous. We're gonna tell them that they are part of this story. Encourage them. Tell them how much they mean to this process. Tell them how special they are. Tell them how fear is the only thing keeping them from stepping into their power. And the answer isn't one politician. We know this. It isn't one president. We know this. The answer is you. We create change when we have mass movement. Mass movement is the answer. The people are the answer. We all need each other. We know what happens when we fail to participate. We get more of the same oppression that we've been receiving all of our lives. We can heal each other. We create better communities. We create the real change. So let's continue to lift up families affected by police brutality. Communities like ours and so many others where police are disproportionately harming people of color. We have the responsibility to vote for them. Support Chicano rights in Los Angeles. Vote yes on Measure J. And let's see what happens with these people. Let's get them in and keep them accountable, all right? Thank you guys for letting me share my story. I'm here with you. Thank you.
Give it up for Diane Guerrero.
Because I understand that we need to organize here in East LA and South LA, not only against police killings, but we need to stand in solidarity with people throughout the world that are oppressed, whether it's Africa, Asia, or Latin America, right? You're right. I learned that as a young guy, as a young man in East LA, when the Black Panther Party chapter of South LA, Bunchy Carter and John Huggins, who were gang members in South LA, the Slauson gang, they became politicized. They founded the Black Panther Party chapter. They came to East LA to talk to Chicanos about working together, black and brown unity. Right? The Black The Black Liberation Movement has always been an inspiration for me and the Chicano movement. Right. I can give countless examples, right? We were also, and by the way, and the other thing, they were responsible for my radicalization. Oh, I can't even talk. Radical. How do you say that word? Sometimes what's that? You say it. Say it. Louder. Say it. Yeah, there you go. Radicalization. So many long words. Anyway, for example, you might sound kind of funny, but it's true. They also talk about we're in a long-range struggle for liberation. That's true. And you're all part of this movement for liberation. Black liberation is an inspiration. Black and brown unity. We're all working people. We vote, right, to get Trump out. We got, you know, and the Black Panther part, that's the one I forgot. Bobby Seals, you know, and they always talk about power to who? I was raised saying Chicano power, right? I was raised saying black power, you know, say it loud. I'm proud, I'm black and I'm proud, right? You know, James Brown. And then Bobby and I said, you know what, power to the people. I said, okay, I'm down for that too. You know, power to all people, right? Okay, so, you know, we got to dump Trump.
No protegen nuestros derechos, justicia, tierra, libertad. Yo no creo en estos gobiernos que no nos traen la paz. Fuera ya, fuera ya. Lo corrupto tiene que acabar. Fuera ya, fuera ya.
Black lives. Vote and organize. He might come up with something better later, but I like that one. I like something with a little bit more rhythm. But y'all make sure that we remember.
So repeat after me in the same tone. It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We must love